All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful day and I hope you're having a wonderful night so far. I've got something a little special tonight. For those of you who know, still going through a little bit of a rough time, but certain things like this are cheering me up. So this kind of got sparked from the comments, which usually seems to happen. And we're going to check out some footage of times where Jordan got temporarily brought out of retirement, technically, not officially, but had to go and show certain people that he still got it and kind of had to teach people to just shut up, you know, or else you're going to get what you asked for. And I'm not going to talk too much about it. I kind of want to let the videos tell the story. But this first one is going to be called it's when a retired Michael Jordan demolished an arrogant Bulls rookie. Now, this was in 1999, I believe, and this is from Cosgrove. We're going to watch the Cosgrove video because it's going to tell the whole story, and then afterwards we're going to watch the raw footage of what actually took place here. But we're going to start out with this. So, as always, all three videos here I'm going to link in the description down below. So if you want to check them out without my commentary, go right ahead. Everybody else, if you want to come along for the ride here, please leave this video a like. Let's pump it out there, do our usual thing. And yeah, without further ado, let's enjoy this.
Let's be honest, if you consider yourself a ball player, then chances are you probably think you're better than you actually are. And that's nothing really to be ashamed of.
Yeah, straight up, real quick. I once got to play one-on-one against Frank Johnson as an 8th grader. Frank Johnson, at the time he was a current Phoenix Suns player. He was the backup guard for Kevin Johnson back then. And did I think I was going to beat him? No. Did I go out there expecting to beat him? Yeah, hell yeah, I did. He beat me 5-1 in a one-on-one game in front of my whole school. Then he took my shoes, and I didn't get my shoes back until the end of the day because that's just how we did things in the 90s. So that was to teach me a lesson. I didn't even expect to go up there, but the school nominated me to go up there, saying I was the best one-on-one player on the team. So I went up there and tried my best. Oddly enough, after this happened, I got to play with him at a gym, a 5-on-5. It was a boys club thing. So I got to join a 5-on-5 playing on the opposite team as him. He remembered me. And on the 5-on-5, I held my own with him. I still say he outperformed me, but I definitely held my own 5-on-5 team ball. But one-on-one, the guy destroyed me, man. That's when I learned I learned a fadeaway jumper was because of that. Because I'm like, okay, a guy who's taller than me and who can out jump me, what do I do? And he's stronger than me. How do I get a shot off? Because I can't just drive on him, you know, and I can't just expect to get wide open jumpers. So I had to learn my Jordan fadeaway post game after that. So he did me a hell of a favor by whooping my ass. Anyway, sorry. I just triggered that memory because yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there with a real NBA player. Learn my lesson.
Think you're better than you actually are.
Shut up.
And that's nothing really to be ashamed of. We're all guilty of it.
Yep.
In your prime, you said you could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Get out of here.
Is that just, are you?
No, you know it's real, too. He's too small. He's too little. You know, I'm undefeated one-on-one. I don't never lose one-on-one.
Did you ever play Michael Jordan?
If he played me, he'd cry.
Oh, come on.
I mean, even the best players on the planet have the mentality that they can go toe-to-toe against anybody. And you almost have to be somewhat delusional if you want to achieve some level of success. But in this particular instance, Corey Benjamin probably should have kept his mouth shut.
You asked for it, you guys. Here we go.
I know some of you guys out there must have seen this footage before, but maybe you're not exactly familiar with the story behind it. But before we get to that, How about we learn a little bit about Corey Benjamin first?
Let's do it.
Benjamin attended Fontana High School in California, where he rose to stardom, scoring 27 points per game in his senior year as a 6'6" forward, and managed to make the prestigious McDonald's All-American team. Some would say he looked like a young MJ during his high school days.
Okay, real quick, and you know Jerry Krause was responsible for this, like as far as picking him up. And this is right after Jerry Krause just blew up the three-peat Bulls. So you know Jordan took this a little personal.
Then, he would end up playing college ball for the Oregon State Beavers, where he would lead the team in scoring for 2 years, which was talent they haven't seen since Gary Payton was at Oregon State. Eventually, Corey was taken 28th overall in the 1998 NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls, but unfortunately for him, the NBA went into a lockout the summer he was drafted, significantly shortening the season, which must have been frustrating to deal with after finally having your NBA dream come true. And to make matters worse, it was becoming evidently clear that Michael Jordan was beginning to distance himself from the organization. With all the front office drama, the uncertainty whether Coach Phil Jackson would return to the team, and the rumors that the franchise was considering getting rid of Scottie Pippen, it appeared that Jordan was in no mood to rebuild with the Bulls. Ultimately,
no, he made it very clear. The whole season he said, I'm not going to be part of a rebuild, you know, especially if you fire my coach. And they did it all.
Retiring on January 13th, 1999. Which was just 1 week before the lockout ended, leaving the team to fend for themselves, and the post-Jordan era was not getting off to a good start. Chicago only won 13 games their first season without Michael, and unfortunately, Corey Benjamin ran into some ankle injuries, preventing him from seeing the court, hardly even playing his so-called rookie year. And as for Michael Jordan's first year into retirement, the Bulls were the least of his worries. MJ was living the life, spending the majority of his time playing golf with his friends, family, and business partners. And he certainly had every right to do so. All he wanted to do was enjoy his time away from the game. But then, out of nowhere, one of Jordan's good friends, Randy Brown, who played with him during the second three-peat, delivered a little message to Michael.
All right. I always like Randy Brown, and I see in the comments that I see a lot of love for Judd Bushler, but not a lot of love for Randy Brown, okay? I always like Randy because he was a lockup defender, you know, and he would come off the bench with a ton of energy, just like Judd did. But this is how you know he's your boy, because he didn't laugh along with this. I'll let it play. This is how you know a guy is your friend.
It all started when Corey Benjamin and Randy Brown were having a conversation at practice one night. And during their conversation, Benjamin mentioned that he can easily beat MJ one-on-one. And obviously, Jordan's former teammate Brown knew that he had to let Jordan know what Corey said at practice. So eventually, the word got around to the GOAT. And the next thing Corey knew, Jordan was right there, standing right in front of him, ready to accept his challenge.
Oh my God. This is the shit like you'd expect out of a movie, but this is real life.
Showing that his ultra-competitive nature will never disappear, whether he's retired or not. And if Benjamin had any thought that Father Time caught up to Jordan, he had another thing coming. It was November of 1999, about a year and a half after the iconic last shot. Michael came by one of the Bulls' practices, and as soon as he walked in the door, the practice instantly stopped. And I think it's safe to say that Benjamin knew why he was there, as everyone who attended the practice gathered around to watch. And just like that, Jordan said, "Check ball," and did not waste any time getting down to business.
And this is not like an NBA ready Jordan. Jordan just came out to prove a point. You know, a year and a half out of retirement.
MJ was scoring at ease, abusing the young bull.
What's the score?
8-3. 8-3.
It's 8-3. That's right.
8-3.
Jordan, who had a pretty comfortable lead, barely broke a sweat, and just out of pure boredom, decided to add a little trash talking to the show.
This is a little Larry Bird in him, all right? This is totally what Larry Bird would have done.
And told him exactly what he's going to do next.
Right back over there. Come on, right back over there. Come on, follow me.
You reach, I teach.
If you can't protect me, you reach, I teach.
There it is.
All day.
Every single teammate of Corey's were in absolute awe by what they were witnessing, including a young Ron Artest and Elton Brand. With Michael clearly dominating the rookie, he wanted to remind his opponent, along with everybody else in the building, exactly what he accomplished, basically demanding to put some respect on his name by
I bet Randy Brown was living it up at this point, though. So he knew he was the silent messenger.
exactly what he accomplished, basically demanding to put some respect on his name by pointing out all of the championship banners hanging up all around.
Look around you. What you see when you see around you? Look. Look around you.
So with a few more defensive plays here, and a couple more easy buckets there, Mike was doing too much damage, and finally decided to put him out of his misery, then told him to never call him out ever again.
Jordan can't go left, huh?
Sit down. Don't call me out every time you want to see it again.
Soon after, the news about this one-on-one game eventually got around to the entire league and media. Kendall Gill, who was playing for the New Jersey Nets at the time, had this to say, quote, "Calling out the devil is one thing, facing him is another."
Yeah.
And even Skip Bayless, who at the time was a writer for the Chicago Tribune, took time out to write about this story. Corey Benjamin continuously tried to say that the final score was 11-9, but the people who witnessed the entire thing claimed that it wasn't even close. But at the end of the day, he did accept the fact that he did lose, and said that there's no shame in losing to the best player ever.
It limits me. I can't do much, but I mean, I just came out and have a good time. He talked a little trash in Atlanta. I had to come in. It was easy. The good thing about it, he's wore out more than I am.
Are you trying to give him a morale boost today? Is that one of the reasons? Right?
That as well as a lesson.
Lesson, yep.
What was their reaction when you walked in?
They didn't think I was coming. If I come and hang around the game, because I still love the game, that doesn't mean I'm coming back.
Okay, now I want to know your thoughts about this insane story.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Phase 2. Let's watch the raw footage, okay? Here we go. This one is brought to you by 2-3 Forever, okay? I'm going to link this down below as well, okay? It's like cakewalk.
Oh, yeah.
What's the score?
8-3. 8-3.
It's 8-3. That's right. Right back over there. Come on, right back over there. Come on, follow me. If you can't protect me, you reach, I teach.
Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
Look around you, man. Look around you. What you see when you see around you? Look. Look around you. You didn't have nothing to do with those. What is that? That's a shit one?
Oops. There's a run on test. Elton Brand.
Game is 30.
Stop cheating, man. That's two. Game time. Come on, Corey. Let's go, baby. Corey, you tired, man.
Oh, what a sound. Sit down.
Don't call me out of retirement for this shit again.
Yeah, did you hear that? He said, don't call me out of retirement for this shit again.
Don't call me out of retirement for this shit again.
He's got his earring in.
Let's go.
Limits me. I can't do much, but I mean, I just came out and have a good time. You talked a little trash in Atlanta. I had to come in.
Why are you hanging around so many arenas, going to games, now practice?
That's actually just coincidence. You know, I was in New York. Patrick asked me to come to the game. I was in Atlanta. You know, Lenny I know very well. And then the Bulls came there, which a couple of guys called me last year to come by, and I never got a chance to come down. Traffic is not as bad in Atlanta as it is in Chicago, so it was easy. Don't take anything out of it. I know you guys, y'all like to ride it.
What was the last time you were in this building?
It was a retirement. It's been a while. I haven't been here since.
So how'd it feel out there? How much of your game you still got left?
None. Half court and I'm wore out. There's the good thing about it, he's wore out more than I am.
There's no chance ever.
Oh,
Right?
come on. None at all. None at all. I mean, today was just break a sweat. You know, see some of the guys. Try to help the morale a little bit. You know?
Real quick, I'm sorry. Can you imagine this? Jordan came here unannounced just to teach a guy a lesson. And look at this. Fox Sports is out here. Like, the whole media is out here. They found out somehow, and they came and covered the story. Like, Jordan didn't expect to get interviewed for this crap. He just wanted to teach a young buck a lesson. But this is how it has to end. Like, it's so crazy.
You know, see some of the guys. Try to help the morale a little bit. You know, no one asked me. You know, Jim asked if I could stop out sooner or later. And, you know, I just got back in town. I decided to stop by. No one else was asked. You know, I came by to see Dickie, some of the other guys, and please don't take it no further than that.
What if Phil
That's
asked,
also how you know Jordan's a good friend back to Randy. He didn't call out Randy and say, like, yeah, Randy said that you know, Ben said this, and now I'm here to whoop his ass.
you to go play around with them at their practice?
From an area, I don't mind stopping by. You know, but it doesn't mean anything. You know, I know. You know, I play pickup games sometimes in the neighborhoods. You know, South Side, West Side. No one takes anything from that. I mean, I never said I was going to stop playing. You know, I still love the game of basketball without a doubt. And, you know, but it's still fun for me.
Are your days fulfilling? Are you happy with your life and what you're able to do?
I'm going back and pick up my kids right now, so you know, it's just a little break until I can get back and pick them up. So I mean, it's full enough. I got enough opportunities on my plate. I got enough challenge with golf. I got enough challenges elsewhere. I mean, I had my great reign in basketball. No matter what you guys say, or if I come and hang around the game because I still love the game, that doesn't mean I'm coming back to
Are
it.
you going to buy a team eventually?
If it ever comes up, every good opportunity come up, I will.
Mike, in those fleeting moments when you do think about maybe playing again, what color uniform are you wearing? Is there ever any?
It's never that thought. You know, I don't sit back and second guess my decision. When I made the decision, it was never going to be a second guess. You know, and so when I think about basketball, I think about the talent that's playing right now. You know, I may reminisce about some of my other players that I played with, Tony, some of the guys I missed playing the game. But every uniform I see is a Bulls uniform. I have never seen myself in another uniform.
Phil
Mike,
did
you
ask,
stuck on
Phil
10
did ask you.
He didn't ask me about LA. He asked what I done with basketball. And,
Yeah.
tried to entice me to come to LA. I think he knows that.
Wait. I wanted to hear this again.
You're stuck on Phil did ask you.
He didn't ask me about LA.
Phil?
He asked
Did he say Phil?
what's up in another uniform.
Phil did ask you.
So Phil did ask you. Okay.
He didn't ask me about LA. He asked what I done with basketball. And he never tried to entice me to come to LA. I think he knows that basketball is over for me. He just wanted to hear it, confirm it right before the season.
Michael, you're stuck on 10-3.
Wow. No, Phil did want MJ. Wow. I never heard that part of the interview. It made perfect sense because Kobe was so young. Yeah. Squeeze a couple more years out of MJ while he's teaching young Kobe. That it always made sense to me, but MJ's not that dude. You know, he's not going ring chasing after winning 6 the right way. But it always made sense to me that he could have done it. Snap of a finger, gone back to his old coach. You got prime Shaq and a young Kobe out there. You know? He had Eddie House and Nick Van Exel and like this whole core of a team. He could have easily won a 7th or 8th championship out there. But that's crazy. So Phil did hit him up. I never knew that 100%, but I always assumed he did.
For a while. Any worries that maybe Corey had? Maybe the old man didn't have it?
And I wasn't worried about it. I scoped out his game already.
From what little you've seen of this team, is there any hope for them?
It's just a transitional period for them, and I think anything can happen. You know, but right now the morale is down. You know, there hadn't been too much positive things happening out there for them, and when that happens, you know, negative thoughts start to creep in, and then they become stagnant right there in your mind. So somehow they got to get a win to get the feeling of what winning is all about. They already know what losing is all about, and they don't like it. So hopefully they take that attitude that losing is something that they can't accept. It means they come to practice, work harder, get back on the basketball court and play a lot better. You got to give your effort. And if they're not giving the effort, then they're not going to get the result.
Are you coming around again? You think you're comfortable coming around the organization and Jerry and everybody you feel?
I don't come around Jerry. I don't have to come around Jerry. I mean, you know, I can come around and see some of the players. I mean, you know, I don't have to report to him or any of the Jerrys. And I know this is their facility, this is their team, but I still have friends on this team that I relate well with and I stay in contact with, and I come back to support them. In essence, I'm supporting the Chicago Bulls. So, I mean, they don't have to ask. I want to ask them, you know, if I can come back around. I think I'm entitled to do that without asking.
So they have no problem with you being here?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Mike, yes or no, bottom line.
This was straight up an invite from Randy Brown. You know, open a door for me? All right. I'll be there.
No problem with you being here?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Mike, yes or no, bottom line. Could you play physically if you wanted to with the finger?
I don't know. That I don't know. I have never been tested, you know. I'm not going to talk about an if situation that I never real tested out. I mean, that's always going to be a debate, you know. And as long as I know I don't have to prove that to nobody, you know, I'd rather not even comment and give y'all some ammunition to talk about.
Can you palm a basketball now?
I can palm it. That finger's not active in palming of a basketball for me right now. But you can see I can still shoot a little bit. I lose a lot of handle a little bit, but I can still hold my own.
Mike,
For those of you who don't know, he busted his finger up with I believe it was a cigar cutter.
There maybe could have been a 7th banner hanging up here?
Maybe, maybe not. You know, it's always a possibility. And you know, we got 6. I'm not greedy. I would love to have gotten 7. You know, but it didn't happen. So I'm sufficed with 6. Believe me.
Were you trying to give him a morale boost today? Is that one of the reasons? Right?
That as well as a lesson. I think I accomplished both.
What was their reaction when you walked in?
They didn't think I was coming. I told them in Atlanta that I'd drop by and say hello and see what was happening, and I guess most of them didn't think I would.
What advice do you give? What advice do you give to the kids? I mean, Brand and our team?
Work hard. Yeah. You know, no matter what they may see on TV, what they have seen on TV, and no matter how much money they get paid, they didn't get paid a dime. They'd be playing basketball somewhere, and that's the attitude you got to have.
Fair.
Plus, you know, it's a lot of expectations. This is a business. That means you have to go out there and take care of business. Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. I guess that's where the footage ends. That was interesting. That's an interesting end. All right. Off to phase 3, everyone. This one's a whole different story. Now, this one's from Squad Dawkins. I'm hoping this footage covers what I think it's going to cover. So this is when a 47-year-old Michael Jordan beat the Charlotte Bobcats first team in practice. Okay? So MJ is now 47 years old. This is after he came back from the, played on the Wizards, and he's been retired again for 7 years, if my math is correct. Now, I'm going to leave the original video down below with the other two. And, let's get into this.
As great a player as Michael Jordan was, there is no denying at this point that he isn't great by any means when it comes to running a franchise. Jordan had taken control of basketball operations for the Charlotte Bobcats back in 2006, and the team hasn't seen many good days since. That's not to say that Michael Jordan doesn't care about his team's success, because he sure does. A competitor like him does not like to lose at anything, and it kills him that they struggle on the court. On one occasion, after the Bobcats were blown out, an irate Jordan decided to come to practice, and Steven Jackson revealed that he wanted to play against the first team.
So I was playing in Charlotte, right? The first year I got there, we got to the playoffs for the first time. And so MJ loved me for that alone. Right. But when I first got there, it was kind of rocky. You know what I'm saying? I just got traded there. So we got our ass beat by somebody. And he came in the locker room after the game just going off on us like we need to get our shit together, right? And I made some little comment or something like that. He ain't say nothing. So he came and practiced the next day. Back on that shit. Yeah, y'all think y'all did something? I'm 6. Oh, he started talking about all his accolades. Take my shoes off, because he had gave me. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just talking to me. He was talking because everybody had his shoes off. But he had gave me a deal and all that.
Yeah.
This shit kind of directed to me and Gerald Wallace because we the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he going off.
Mike told you take his fucking shoes off.
Yeah, take my fucking shoes off.
I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the shit I done done. I'm just going off on us right to the point where he gets on the second team in practice. And we lose.
You lying.
No, okay. And this is a 47-year-old Michael Jordan who you think he was out of shape, a year and a half away from the game. Talk about 7 years away from the game. I don't know about you guys, but if I take 6 months, off of a workout regimen, dude, I'm worthless out there. I need to be active constantly in order to be able to do something like this. So now he's going to just show up at practice and go at it. Damn.
Gets on the second team in practice. And we lose.
You lying. You ain't losing 50 years old.
Mike,
how old was Mike?
Listen. This was in 2010.
Mike suited up?
Dog, whatever he had on, he came out there, got on, pushed against the guard, whoever Gerald Wallace was guarding, the 3 guard, kicked him out and got in that spot and played with the second team. Our second team wasn't scrubs now. Oh, he scored a couple points, and to the point where he talked so much shit afterwards, he grabbed the ball and went dunk one on the way out.
It is incredible that MJ managed
to beat. Did you catch that?
So much shit afterwards, he grabbed the ball and went dunk one on the way out.
It is incredible that MJ managed to beat their starting unit with the reserves when he was around 47 years old. Keep in mind, as Jackson said, they did make the playoffs that season, which shows that the greatest of all time certainly still had it. MJ has gone up against his players a few times by the looks of it, as Troy Daniels, who was on the team at one point, revealed that MJ played one-on-one with Kemba Walker.
We lost like 4 out of 5 games or something like that. We weren't playing to our potential at all, like literally really bad. And Mike came in and we sat down and we get ready for film, and then he came in. I'm like, oh Lord, like we really in trouble now. Like I thought we was gonna just hear it from Cliff. And Michael comes in and has, basic conversation with us. And, the conversation was like, you MFers ain't earning your salary. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to go out there and perform every night in, night out. I don't want to hear no excuses, like that type of deal. And to be honest with you, it woke us up. But I seen him play one-on-one a couple times after practice with a couple guys. Obviously he might still think he got it, but, Father Time is undefeated, so the competitiveness is still there, the mental and the mindset is still there, but your body, might tell you one thing. I want to say it was Kemba. It was Kemba or somebody else, but to be honest with you, like that was 2011, and it was kind of like some nonchalant type thing. It wasn't like, shirts off, let's get it, we sweating hard type thing. But Father Time is undefeated, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Unlike
By then, he was 51 years old then, 2011.
Instance, it seems he did come out second best to Kemba, Father Time is undefeated, as Daniels pointed out, and not even Jordan can beat it. For all of Jordan's efforts, the Charlotte Hornets are, unfortunately, in the midst of another poor season as they have the second worst record in the Eastern Conference. Bill Simmons had previously hinted that MJ could sell the team, and if they keep struggling like this, he might just end up being done with it. Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite Michael Jordan story? And if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe.
Man, I would kill for some footage of him playing on that second unit in 2007. Was it 07? I think it was 2007 when he was 47 years old. I would kill to watch that. And actually, like Stephen Jackson says, like, he actually beat the first unit. Like, that's something. That's hardcore. I would love it. Anyways, everybody, hope you enjoyed this one. I was looking for a good opportunity and a good way to like showcase this kind of stuff, and I think we did an okay job. Let me know how I did. But yeah, did you guys know about these stories? Because I've known about these for a long time. It's just been a while since I've gone back and revisited them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave the video a like if you did. And like I said earlier, I'm linking all the original videos down below. So if you want to go check out those channels, go for it. And yeah, hope you all have a wonderful night. And just remember, don't call out the GOAT. The GOAT might just show up and embarrass your ass. All right, everybody, be good to your people. Love the ones around you. And, you know the rest. All right, gather your rosebuds while you may. All right, peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching the content. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And I will see you tomorrow morning on the next one. Peace out, everybody.